Freakshow, Wild 94.1 Bay's party station. That boy, Aries Spears is in the building with us. He's doing his thing at the Funny Bone. 813-864-4000. You want to get them tickets, be clear. He's here, man. Hey, so listen, I wanted to talk to you because you are a master impressionist.
You are.
And I've known your craft for a while, and you shocked me the other day. I think it was like more of a, I think somebody's podcast was talking about Sopranos or something, and you broke into it, and it hit me then. And I'm glad you're here because I want to ask you: do you think where you grew up factors into how good you are to master impressions? Because some people haven't seen it, but certain boroughs and cities where you got a Chicago or a New York, or where you got a lot of different voices that you grow up with, like a Eddie Murphy grew up with all of them voices in his neighborhood.
Yeah.
How much did that factor into how you get to master a voice?
I don't know that plays a big part. I mean, obviously,
In your headphones.
New York, New Jersey. New York, New York, New Jersey, being tri-borough area. There's certain cultural nuances you pick up, but I always tell people, man, doing impressions is like people that have an ear for music. You know what I'm saying? They hear range, tone, inflections, rhythm, cadence, and everybody's voice. It's like hitting notes. Everybody's voice is a note. It's like, when you do Shaq, it's bassy and breathy. As long as I was going 58-10, I'm going to dominate.
Does the face too.
Oh, God, you get the ball inside, outside.
It's funny, your eye moves when you do it.
You get the ball inside, I pass out the pretty Ricky B. Shaw.
Do you have a favorite impression that you always lean on when?
No, not really. I'm like a mother in the projects. I love all my babies.
There you go.
And, Tony Soprano was the ish. Talking about it's just a jaddish. New York and New Jersey. So when you do the ish with the jaddish, go down to Silvio's with the good gravy and about I got.
Right? I was like, where did that come from?
Surely Italians in the way of the tribal area of New Jersey, Uncle Joe, question for Shell. Hove is, my voice might not really be right, but Hove in the building, yeah. It's just hitting them notes, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And another part of the game is crowd work now.
Yeah.
And it used to be the people who hosted Comic View, or it's like a Martin or a Tony, Tony Rock or whatever, somebody who could get at it. Now everybody seems to be trying to incorporate crowd work.
That's because everybody, is kind of taking a page from Matt Rife's book.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where if you do crowd work, you don't have to burn through your material. So you don't want to be putting clips of your material up, because if that go viral or
you got nothing.
Numbers, you got nothing.
Yeah.
So if you got crowd work, that's expendable. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
And it's ever changing because the crowd is always different,
Yeah, it's certain situations that, become on the spot, and you have to be spontaneous. And I always tell people, like, crowd work is like, if you put it in NFL terms, it's like you don't have to be a quarterback that scrambles. You could stay in the pocket and be a Hall of Famer and
delivering the ball.
Delivering the ball. Brett Favre, Tom Brady. But if you can Michael Vick it and be in the pocket, but also do the crowd work and scramble, you just twice as deadly.
Yeah.
And not every comedian knows how to do that, man.
That's what I'm noticing, because a lot of people are incorporating it, but a lot of people can't do it.
No. There's a real art to that, And I tell people, when I first got started, crowd work scared me to death, because I just was like, I got to stick to my playbook, my material.
That unknown would scare you, probably.
Absolutely.
Because you're walking out there for your bread and butter.
You going on a wire.
Yeah.
No net. But I was like, dude, if you really going to be nice, like a Jordan, you can't have no weaknesses in your game. So I looked at guys like D.L. Hewley and Joe Torre, who were masters of crowd work.
Joe Torre's, half his set would be.
Listen, Joe Torre said something one time. And listen, I call the nuclear button.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't say this unless you prepared to fight. Because when you say it, it's going to get a reaction where somebody going to go, I got to put hands on you now.
Yeah.
So I only hit this button if the person deserves it, where even the crowd goes, he had that coming. But Joe Torre did a show one time, and he said something about somebody's mother, And the dude said, hey, man, don't talk about my mother. She's dead. He said, I don't give a F. I'll dig the bitch up and talk about her to a dead face.
Ooh.
Oh, damn.
Nuclear button?
Nuclear button. There'll be a time when I'll be on stage and you might have to hit this dumb thing again.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot of editing on our
Where
podcast.
if a dude, girl is out of control and he's not controlling her because she's drunk, inebriated, I'll go, hey, man, control your bitch.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So
we'll dump both of those just in case.
You've already disrespected his woman. But now if
You've
he don't
disrespected
act,
him.
if he don't act, now how does that look on him? So you've disrespected his woman and you low-key disrespected him. You get fought over stuff like that.
No, absolutely.
So I know how to attack you without hitting the nuclear button. I can throw some missiles and some good shots in there. But if you force me, I'm gonna Putin you.
I recently seen.
I'm a Putin you.
I recently seen a video of a comedian. A guy went up to him. Has there anything crazy that's happened when you hit the nuclear button? What's the craziest
I
thing?
haven't even hit the nuclear button, but I was doing a show in Connecticut, and this one chick, she was with a man, and she was mean mugging me. She just wasn't laughing, but was giving me the face. She was looking at me like Malcolm X's killer. Get your hand out my pocket.
Yeah.
And I don't care how many people we perform in front of. It could be a room full of 500 sold out.
That one person.
It's that one person we notice. Forget the 499 laughing. Why aren't you laughing?
Right.
So I called her out, blah, blah, blah. I called her the B word. Next thing I know, I turned my face and bow. She picked up the plastic Heinz ketchup bottle on the table and threw it at me.
Oh, my
It
God.
hit me in the face, and I could feel my face swelling up. So I said to the crowd, yo, my face swollen, right? They was like, yeah. And I said something, and I incorporated some of I guess she was too stupid. She just couldn't catch up. And it broke the tension. But, you know, I had that. I had another dude at that same club waiting for me at the show. He wanted to stab me.
Whoa.
And then some of the most gangster moments I've ever had has been in Canada. I had one chick throw a pitcher of beer at me. Another one tried to rush the stage, and a man caught her. So,
Her man caught
I
her.
stopped her. Sometimes I
God.
feel like if nobody trying to hurt you, you ain't doing comedy right.
It's like I know I'm funny.
You gotta touch some nerves every now and then.
Well, y'all know exactly what you gonna get. All right, so don't stay in your seat. How about that? Don't come up there to the Funny Bones this weekend if you're trying to avoid some smoke, man. Hey, listen, we appreciate you coming in here for real.
No doubt.
The fact is, if anybody want to get at it, it's 813-864-4000. It's Aries Spears. Be clear, he's here all weekend. Funny Bone action, man.
2 shows tonight, Friday. 2 shows Saturday. One on Sunday.
And you got one on Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also check out my podcast called Spears and Steinberg. Totally unfiltered. Straight Henny out the oven. No chaser.
Out the oven.
Hot Henny.
It's hot Henny. Burn your chesticles.
No political correctness, no wokeness, just straight unfiltered raw comedy. It's available on all streaming platforms. I tell people slide into my DMs on Instagram. I'll chop it up with you, send you the links. Also, our YouTube channel, Spears Berg Pod. Hit like and subscribe. And listen, I know we at like 600, just over 600 episodes. I tell people this all the time. Start from the beginning.
Yeah, the journey.
It matters comedically. You see the evolution of us. You get the callbacks, the characters, the impressions, and don't be intimidated by all them episodes. It's like masturbation and potato chips. Once you start, you cannot stop. You know what I'm saying? So
That's got to be on the T-shirt.
I need that.
The merch is coming. The merch is coming. Aries Spears, put your hands together for you, boy.
Yes.
Yeah.